Hey everyone, I am so excited to chat with you tonight. This is our October BeyondFit Life coaching call. So welcome. I'm going to let everybody jump on in here, get settled, get situated, find a comfy place to sit and grab a piece of paper and a pen or your phone or whatever you like to take notes on, because I have a lot of information that I'm going to share this evening, and I want to make sure that you are jotting down everything you want to remember, and then also write down your questions. You can write them down or post them here in the chat, and we will make sure that we address your questions as well tonight, because this stuff is going to be a game changer. So I'm seeing everybody come in. Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Good. Hey, Melissa. So use the chat to talk amongst yourselves too. It's so much fun on these calls for all of our BeyondFit Life ladies just to be here together, to take some time out of our busy lives and to talk about doing fitness better. So I want to thank you for being here and for dedicating this time to your growth and to learning more about how you can live a healthy, happy, and balanced life. So I'm passionate about today's webinar because, quite frankly, hey mom, so Cheryl's my mom for anybody who didn't know, quite frankly, and my mom's doing the detox with us too, so I'm really proud of her. It's gonna be a good month. I'm sick of, hey Justine, hey, I'm sick of the scams. Can you guys relate to that? I am just sick of the juice cleanses and the magic pills and the detox teas. I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel like we are just bombarded, especially on social media these days, with like the special magic whatever detoxes. And here's the thing, the idea of a traditional, like a whole food detox, it's almost foreign. And so I'm excited to support you and to help you do fitness better and do a detox better. You do not have to spend tons of money on crazy supplements or magic wraps or any of that. We can use the awesome way that our body was designed and the awesome food that has been created, that grows and comes from the earth and not a factory, right? And we can do a detox and we can do it better. So I feel like this topic is important because there's so much misinformation out there in the fitness industry today. So over the course of the next 20 days, whenever you start with us in October, I know we have some ladies, some detox ladies who have started on the 1st. You can start anytime up to Monday, the 10th. So it's 21 days, and we want you to complete it by the end of October. So you have now until this coming Monday to get started. And then over the next 21 days, we're going to challenge the way you're eating. And I'm going to challenge the things that you may have considered as a healthy diet, as well as what you've previously been taught about nutrition. So your relationship with food and how your body and how your metabolism responds to the food you eat, it's really going to shift over these next 21 days. You are going to have more energy. You're going to be in a better mood. You're going to have improved sleep. You're going to have less gastrointestinal stress, which who doesn't want that, right? You're going to lose weight, among the other benefits. And some cool stuff that you might notice over these next 21 days. You may notice that symptoms such as bad breath, bloating. In fact, a couple of sisters have already messaged me saying, oh my gosh, it's only been 2 days and my bloating is like gone. My stomach feels so flat. I'm like, I know, it's so awesome. Constipation, diarrhea, difficulty concentrating. Maybe you're having difficulty losing weight, fatigue, fluid retention, food cravings, headaches, heartburn, joint pain, muscle aches, puffy eyes, dark circles under the eyes, sinus congestion, skin rashes, sleep problems. Like the list could go on and on and on. These things are going to improve and they may even disappear. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Sarah. Hey, so glad you guys are on. So I'm super, super excited and I want to dive right in. Here's what we're going to talk about tonight. we are going to talk about the 4 reasons that everyone, even you, even me, needs a detox. We're going to talk about the truth behind why most detoxes are scams. I'm just going to be completely honest tonight and tell you, most of the detoxes that I've seen floating around, they just want your money. So we're going to kind of do a little myth busters there. And then I'm going to share some travel and dining out tips, because I do not want this detox to be the death of your social life, okay? For example, Patrick, my husband, his birthday is on Friday, okay? So I could not be on a detox with you guys this month if on Friday for my husband's birthday, I was like, oh, can't eat anything, can't go anywhere. I have to drink my lemon juice cayenne pepper drink and wear my cellophane wrap and take my pill. That doesn't work, right? So we have to live our lives. We have to be, especially, for those of you with families, like it's, you want to set a normal example for your kids. Like, I don't want my boys to remember mom never ate anything. She just did her detox pills and whatever crazy thing. Oh, here's Warren. Hey, come here. Do you want to say hi? Hi. Do you want to say hi to all our BeyondFit Life ladies? Yeah. Okay, what do you want to say to them? Say hi, ladies. Hi, ladies. Say happy 21-day detox. Okay. Warren just got out of the bath, so he's going to go back with dad. Okay, so we're going to talk about travel and dining out tips. And travel, especially, I just got back from Disney World. Most of you guys know this, but so I wrote down some big tips for that too, for traveling. So changing the foods that you eat, it can also really help fight more serious conditions. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So we'll talk a little bit about that. If you have specific questions, post those in the BeyondFit Life members group. But I have lots and lots of studies and stuff that I can share with you on arthritis, asthma, allergies, autoimmune diseases, chronic fatigue syndrome, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, even things like acne, eczema, fibromyalgia, food allergies, headaches, heart disease, Crohn's, irritable bowel syndrome, menopausal symptoms, menstrual problems. Like, the saying about food being medicine, it really is true. So I'm just so excited about all of the progress and all the changes that we're going to see this month. Okay, so if you are not a BeyondFit Life sister, so we have quite a few ladies on the call and who will be listening to the replay. If you're not a sister and this starts to get overwhelming, it's probably because you don't have the guide. So there's like a really super long guide that is downloadable for you in the members portal. And if you're on the call tonight, I'll give you a special reward for listening to the end. If you listen to the end, I'll give you a gift, and we'll tell you kind of how you can get that guide and how you can join us in this process. Okay, so stay tuned. Don't let me lose you. I promise that it's worth listening. So I am going to share everything that I can with you in our time together, but there's still so much more to learn. This is a really, really big topic. So I promise I'll show you a way you can get more support. And of course, sisters, you know that you can get support 24/7 around the clock through the BeyondFit Life group on Facebook. I'm checking that thing. My phone, do y'all know, my phone blows up. So like from basically the time I wake up till the time I go to bed, I'm like, notification, notification. But I love it because it means you guys are posting your questions and you're posting your check-ins and you're sharing recipes, and it's the best. Like, I want you to blow up my phone. I want you to be in that group, encouraging each other, posting, and of course I'm in there answering your questions and doing anything that I can for you. Okay, so are you guys ready to get started? Type I'm ready in the comments if you are ready to rock and roll. Let's do it. Okay, so let's talk first about 4 reasons why everyone needs a detox. And you'll see up on the screen here, this is reason number 1, and it's toxicity. So decreasing your toxicity and your inflammation is key to effective long-term. Hey, Kate, just saw you jump on. Awesome. So, oh, just, we knew what you meant. Hey, Tanya, we're ready. Okay, so decreasing this inflammation and all of the toxins that are kind of just running rampant in our society today, it's really a key to effective long-term weight loss and just general health. The goal of the 21-day detox is not necessarily weight loss, although that is something that you will likely experience, but it's improved health. And it's identifying the underlying cause of why you may be overweight, why you may be carrying excess weight. Hey, Nicole, is Jenna watching the kids? We should have sent Jenna and Patrick together so that they could have had a party with all of the crew. That would have been fun. Carrying excess weight, presenting with symptoms or health conditions like the things we talked about. We're kind of looking at these next 21 days as a way to identify the cause of these symptoms, like what might be going on. So weight loss is just a side effect and a benefit of reducing the toxicity and the inflammation in your body. Getting healthy is key to losing weight, okay? By taking away the foods in your diet that are causing this inflammation, it gives your body a chance to reset. So if you're taking notes, I want you to write down reset, because that's what you're kind of doing with this 21 days. It's not a forever program. You don't have to eat this way forever, but I want you to look at it as a chance to reset, okay? You don't lose weight and then get healthy. You get healthy and then you lose weight. All right, so that's another one. If you are on social media, you need to like tweet that out or post an Instagram picture of the slides tonight. And just like this message needs to get out there. You don't lose weight and then get healthy. You get healthy and then you lose weight. So there are lots of sources of toxins that may be in your life. If you like way overdo coffee or sugar or alcohol or just way too much processed food, fast food, junk food, trans fats, and high fructose corn syrup, those things are hiding everywhere. And then there are also sources of inflammation that can be things like food allergens. Many women are allergic in some form to gluten or dairy or soy or even corn, and they don't know it. Other things that cause inflammation are sugar and flour products. If you eat too many bad fats or drink, like I said, too much alcohol. So the toxic load that's on our body, it comes from really three places. It comes from our diet. It comes from chronic stress. So your body processes stress like a toxin. Isn't that crazy? And it comes from our environment. So a diet that's high in sugar and trans fat and food additives and preservatives and pesticides and hormones and antibiotics. And I mean, you know, food these days is like kind of far from food sometimes. It can be very toxic to our bodies. So, you know, of course, there's things you know that you need to look out for, like mercury or lead or other heavy metals. But just in general, there are things in your body that it processes negatively that can be toxic that we wouldn't even think of. So things that process as stress, that stress your body, are things like negative thoughts, behaviors, negative beliefs. Those increase our stress levels, and they can be toxic in a way too, to our minds and to our bodies and to our overall health and well-being. So it's not just our diet. Stress plays a role, and then our environment plays a role too. So these toxins can be external or internal. So internal, we're talking about the stress and the diet, because that's what you're putting in your body. But external factors can play a role as well. Chemical toxins, heavy metals, if you're around that a lot for your workplace. Chemical toxins from, you know, pesticides, herbicides, too many food additives. The standard American diet, just like the normal foods that people in America eat, it puts a pretty big burden on our bodies to naturally detoxify. Now, I will say this, our bodies can detoxify naturally. So you don't need to buy a supplement or a pill. Like this detox is just whole foods. I'm not trying to sell you anything, because our bodies were created in such an amazing way that like they can do their own detoxing. Like your body can detox. It can do it itself. Your internal organs can take care of that. But we're just kind of going to help it along by trying to remove a little bit of what we can from an increased toxic load. This increased toxic load can affect weight loss. And I feel like most of us, that's kind of where this drew you in from. And it kind of impacts it from two ways. The first is impairing the metabolic organs, the thyroid and the liver. And then the second is damaging the mitochondria, which is the site of energy metabolism. And then another note I just wrote down here is that depending on what you're eating, your normal diet, that can play a role too in brain neurotransmitters and hormone signaling that affect your appetite. Things that give you lots of cravings, right? That make you feel hungry. It can impact your energy. It can also increase inflammation, and that, down the road can promote weight gain as well. So this is really, really, really a good place to start and a good thing to be doing right now. It's October. We're coming into the holidays. Getting this taken care of now before like the craziness of Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of that hits is just going to be key. It's going to be a game changer for you. So I told you that your body naturally can do its own detox, and this is really cool. It's because your liver is actually your largest internal organ, and it's responsible for like a variety of seriously life-sustaining and health-promoting functions, including a lot of functions that make healthy weight loss and weight management possible. So the way that our bodies were designed, our liver is amazing. It's necessary for a number of metabolic processes. And the liver also supports your digestive system. It controls blood sugar, and it regulates fat storage. So for those of you who don't know, the liver stores and it mobilizes energy, and then it produces more proteins actually than any other organ in your body. So I'm like, liver, awesome, right? It regulates your blood flow. And for women, it actually helps keep your menstrual cycles running smoothly. So with all of the jobs that your liver has, which they are a lot, the most important one is to separate which nutrients you need to absorb, and then to remove the dangerous substances or the substances that aren't nutrients that your body doesn't need, and then it filters those out of your bloodstream. Okay, so you don't need to buy a special detox pill. You don't need to drink, which I did this. My mom's on the call, so she will tell you. Mom, do you remember? I guess I was still in high school at the time because I was at home. I was doing lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup, which whoever even came up with that, okay? And like, this is TMI, but I'm just gonna tell you, I was on the toilet for like, it was giving me the raw, it was terrible, it was horrible. And like, I don't know, it was absolutely horrible. It did not work, it did not detox me. In fact, it just made me more sick, okay? And so, yeah, the master cleanse, Mom. Yeah, not good. So now I know, because, now I have a degree in exercise physiology. I know how the body works. I'm like, oh, my liver could have done its own cleanse on its own without me having to be on the toilet for a weekend, right? So the liver has, as I said, the most important is to separate. So this is important. The nutrients that your body needs to absorb, and then the substances that it doesn't need. And then it just filters them out of your bloodstream, okay? So the problem is that when the liver is just overtaken with toxins, right? It's just you're filling it. It can't do a very good job of processing nutrients and fats. If anybody knows of anyone who maybe has had a problem with alcohol, alcoholics often have very unhealthy livers. And this is why, because over time, chronic abuse of alcohol damages your liver. Your liver is working to filter out these substances, filter it out of your bloodstream, and absorb the nutrients that it needs. And it kind of slows down. So the liver produces bile, which is critical in the detoxification of our bodies. Bile lubricates our intestines, and it works with fiber to prevent constipation. So it keeps things moving. Okay. Bile is also where the liver dumps all of the like drugs or heavy metals or excess sex hormones or medications or pesticides or industrial chemicals or any toxins that need to be eliminated from your body. They are eliminated through the bile. Okay. So the liver dumps all of this stuff, the substances that need to be filtered out. It dumps them into the bile and they're eliminated. So I don't know if you've ever thrown up, and you've thrown up like so much that you're just throwing up basically just bile. So that's your body getting rid of what it does not want to absorb. That is not a nutrient that it wants to absorb right now. It's processing it out, and you have all of this bile, okay? So when our lifestyle or our environment or our diet are quite frankly just kind of highly toxic, it becomes too much for the bile in our system, and the bile becomes thick and it can't properly break down fats, and it can result in weight gain. It can result in difficulty losing weight. It can, there are just a number of problems that come along with this. So detoxing helps to produce healthier bile. And this bile helps your body rid itself of toxins and break down fat more efficiently. It also makes more nutrients available to your body, which is great. And it reduces the toxic load on your digestive system and your immune systems as well. So your elimination will improve. Okay, so you'll notice some changes in your digestive system. We're just like all TMI tonight. Are you guys okay with that? I can't really think of like politically correct ways all the time to say, all of this. So we're just going to be like BFFs and, talk about it. Okay. You'll look better, you'll feel better, and you'll be able to move more towards optimal health. Okay, so you guys excited? Are you excited to do this? I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear everybody's progress, and for my own self even, this is just such a perfect time. It's coming at such a perfect time for me, and I'm really looking forward to all of us to do this together. Sarah said, I work with kids. My life is TMI. Okay. So we're just going to TMI it tonight. Okay. So we're talking about 4 reasons why everybody needs a detox. That was a really long one. So thanks for letting me take some time to get kind of geeky with you and explain all of this. It's just, I really want you, Justine's a nurse, so it's not TMI for her too. Good. Okay. I just really want you to understand. I really, really, really want you to understand why we're doing this, and I want you to understand how your body works. So this isn't like a secret magic, whatever. It's just how your body works, and it's learning how to work with your body. Okay, so that was reason number 1. I'm going to try to move more quickly here through reason number 2, and that's inflammation. Okay. I read somewhere that being inflamed makes you fat, and being fat makes you inflamed. And as kind of harsh as that sounds, it's true. There are so many things that we eat in our diet that cause inflammation: sugar, the wrong kinds of oils and fats, and hidden food allergies that you may not know of, lack of exercise, chronic stress. All of this causes a low-grade inflammation. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but it can lead to chronic diseases like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, dementia, and more. And in a less kind of impactful level, it can lead to just flat out having trouble losing weight. So you'll see a quote here that I liked on the screen. It said, unfortunately, chronic inflammation typically will not produce symptoms until actual loss of function occurs somewhere. This is because chronic inflammation is low grade and systematic. So even silently damaging your tissues over an extended period of time, that's what it's doing. This process can go on for years without you noticing until a disease suddenly sets in. So that's kind of what we're trying to avoid here. We're just looking at ways that we can remove inflammation from our bodies, okay? So I'm trying to think what else I need. there's not much else we can say here. I told you kind of where it comes from. There are lots of fats that you do need to watch out for, and you want to improve your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. So I did throw that up here. Just as a health note, reducing your inflammation through making sure that you're getting the right types of healthy fats, the omega-3s versus the omega-6s. And omega-6s are like refined oils that kind of skew the ratio that our bodies kind of work best in optimally. So that's why when you see the guide and you download that guide, you'll notice on the list of things not to eat, there are lots of the more unhealthy types of fats, okay? Number 3 reason why everybody needs a detox is food sensitivities and allergies. Part of doing a detox or an elimination diet, which is really kind of what I'm helping you work through with this guide, is to identify foods that you are eating that could be the cause of chronic health and weight problems. And the idea is to give your body a break from common food allergies or food sensitivities, and to see if you lose weight or if your symptoms get better or disappear. So already, like with 2 days in, I've heard, I think 3 or 4 messages from sisters who have been like, oh my goodness, like this symptom is gone already. My stomach is flat, no bloating. Like, it's really, really cool. So if you see that you start to lose weight or your symptoms get better or disappear, then you know, oh, there may have been a hidden food allergy or a hidden sensitivity there that I wasn't aware of. So the type of food allergy I'm referring to has a delayed response, anywhere from like a few hours or a few days. Food allergies, food allergies. Food allergies can play a big part in chronic disease and in weight problems, but they're not recognized necessarily by conventional medicine, okay? So this isn't like a peanut allergy where you have to take an EpiPen with you in case you come in contact with like a peanut, okay? We're talking about like a slight insensitivity or a sensitivity to food that's going to cause bloatings or food cravings or reflux or trouble sleeping, autoimmune disorders, weight gain, fluid retention, the stuff we talked about at the beginning of the call. It can cause irritable bowel syndrome, headaches. Sometimes it causes sinus and nasal congestion or joint pain. I know acne is a big thing that food elimination diets can help with. Other skin things like eczema and more, okay? So we develop food allergies, and here's a little geek information for you. You guys don't mind the geek stuff, right? So we're like TMI. I'm talking all about my poop and my master cleanse, and I'm getting geeky. But, you know, it is what it is. That's me. So we develop food allergies when the lining of our gut and the balance of normal gut flora gets damaged. And it gets damaged from things like poor diet, stress, medications, infections, toxins. And some people in the health industry call this leaky gut. So symptoms of leaky gut are like a lot of the things that I've already mentioned tonight, but fatigue, food sensitivities, GI problems, bloating, abdominal pain, diarrhea, constipation, autoimmune conditions, joint pains, headaches, migraines. We talked about the skin problems like eczema or rashes or acne. Some women have trouble concentrating or things like asthma, anxiety, depression, even fertility problems, adrenal fatigue, liver problems, nutritional deficiencies. Like all of this can be signs of potentially having what some people in the health industry call leaky gut. So those with digestive problems like IBS or Crohn's or celiacs, as well as conditions like the asthma or, you know, other autoimmune conditions, a lot of times healing the gut is the first step to really healing overall. So you can see that quote, all disease begins in the gut. Gut health is very important. So we want to avoid like the nutrient poor, the high sugar, the salty, the carbohydrate dense foods. You know, our culture these days, like that is the stuff that kind of is everywhere. But that is not always helpful in promoting this proper, healthy, functioning, working gut. Okay. So what foods you kind of crave when you're stressed or when you're running on little sleep, those foods actually increase serotonin, which is our feel-good hormone. And I posted in the members group today, I don't know if you guys all saw this, but I posted a little chart that says like what you're craving and then what your body actually needs and what that craving is telling you. So that's just something to kind of remember. And we want to be smart about it and not just give into those cravings, but really look at what our body needs in that moment. We don't want to overeat the Franken foods, which is like the high sugar, high trans fat, high preservatives, super unnatural processed foods. Now, do you have to give those up all the time, every day, forever and ever? No, but just we want to give our bodies this time to kind of reset, right? That was our key word, and then to move forward. So paying attention to food sensitivities and to allergies is a very important reason. And you may notice that your body responds poorly to something that you weren't aware of before. So doing this elimination diet, this detox, is very helpful. So that was reason number 3. And let's go to reason number 4, which is a healthy hormonal response. So we talked about a healthy gut. And now I want to talk to you about a hormonal response, because you guys know I'm all about the hormones, right? Beyond Fit Life is not just about training. It's not just about nutrition. It's about fixing those fat fighting hormones. So I had to throw this in here. And this is probably one of the biggest things that comes from doing this 21-day detox that we're going to do together. When you manage your blood sugar, you decrease the amount of insulin in the bloodstream. So even though insulin is always present in your bloodstream, the key is not to have too much. So each time we eat, here's kind of the science again. Each time we eat, we're telling our body to burn fat or to store fat based on what the meal is made up of. So if insulin levels are high, your body's not going to use fat for a fuel source, and it's going to have a hard time stabilizing blood sugar levels, okay? So really, when it comes to fat burning, and when we're talking about hormones and how hormones affect your health and your ability to achieve and to maintain a proper weight, what we're really looking at is the hormonal imbalance. And a lot of times for women, this starts with over-consuming carbohydrates, okay? So, I know we love carbs. Ladies, I'm with you. But overconsumption of carbohydrates, it can lead to excess glucose and triglycerides in your bloodstream. And this promotes leptin resistance in your brain. Now, I have a whole blog post on leptin, so if you want to go read that, you can just Google like Beyond Fit Mom leptin, and I'm sure it'll come up. Leptin is an important hormone that tells your brain that you're full. So leptin resistance means that your brain is not hearing the leptin message, and it thinks you're hungry. So this promotes overeating, right? Because your brain's like, I'm hungry. I'm not hearing the leptin message, so I'm hungry. And this over time is going to decrease your metabolism. Leptin resistance also promotes insulin resistance, which leads to like chronically elevated blood sugar and insulin levels over time. So you can enter this dangerous kind of dance between blood sugar and insulin by what you eat or through a stressful situation. And you know, we've talked a lot about stress tonight, and that's why you'll notice that I had the leisurely walks written in throughout our calendar. So if you print off the calendar in the members portal, you'll see you have the workouts that tell you what to do when, and I'm also encouraging you to do some leisurely walks, because balancing stress and lowering cortisol is very, very important. I posted a little bit about leisurely walks today on my Instagram too, if you want to go check that out. But stress can be an external stressor, maybe like running late for an important meeting, or stress can be internal, like overgrowth of bad bacteria or a food allergy that you didn't know you had. Cortisol is our stress hormone. So chronically elevated cortisol levels increase blood sugar because our body's kind of in like a fight or flight mode. and it thinks we need the energy to run from the stressful situation, okay? So then the state of the elevated blood sugar levels, that can contribute to insulin resistance, and that can promote belly fat. So unfortunately, many of us find ourselves in stressful situations, right? Like, hello, motherhood, where this can happen several times a day. And over time, we're just dealing with these high levels of cortisol, and that's going to negatively affect our fat and our fat burning. So I have this video, and if we have time, I'll play it. If not, you can go to the guide in this video, and the guide in the members portal. This video is a clickable link. Okay, so I was going to show you this video, but I'll bring it up and I'll try to talk fast. It's such a good video. Maybe I should just show you. Okay, try to get me to talk fast so I can show you. Katie said GER to cortisol. I know. Cortisol is like, and oh my gosh, and then it's hard because life is hard, right? Okay, so I'm gonna skip the video for now because I got too geeky there and I slowed us down. But we'll come back to the video if we have time, okay? So those were the 4 reasons why we need a detox. And I think we all know that we need one now. If you are convinced that you need a detox, type, I need a detox in the chat. Yeah, and I'm the first one with my hand up. I'm like, y'all, I need a detox, okay? So we know we need one. Yeah, you need it. Yep. Okay, so we know we need one, but don't just Google detox and then buy the first thing you're trying to, that they're selling you. Melissa, Sylvia, yeah, do not, because most detoxes are scams. So here we're going to talk about the reason and the truth behind why most detoxes are scams. And the truth is that most detox products on the market, they're pills, juice cleanses, whatever, they do nothing more than give you expensive pee. Do not waste your money. Ladies, please hear me. Do not waste your money on a bunch of bogus supplements. Tonight and for the next 21 days, I'm going to teach you smart tips where you will get back on track and you can help recharge and reset. Remember, that was our code word. Reset your system the healthy way. Okay? This program does not include magic detox pills. It's nothing like a juice diet or the master cleanse or anything like that. The first and most important step is this. We are eating real food. We're eating real food, okay? Do not waste money on detox supplements, and do not subject yourself to the sugar. Seriously, the sugar that comes from drinking juice every meal for the next 3 weeks. I was looking, just so I could have some background, I was looking at some popular detoxes that are being sold right now. And one was this juice cleanse. And I was like, really? Because it's like, looking at the nutrition label, it is like 60 grams of sugar each time you drink one of their little things. I'm like, well, that with blood sugar and with what we know about insulin, and then high levels of blood sugar and cortisol and belly fat and your liver, and that doesn't seem to make sense. But I guess if you'll buy it, right, they'll keep selling it. So we are doing fitness better, and we're doing it a better way. So why don't you need pills? Let's start with the pills. The thing about the pills is that our bodies, as I mentioned, they automatically detox for us. Guys, our bodies are amazing. And they are fascinating in the way that they keep us healthy. It's amazing. You don't need to throw money down the toilet. It just really is. It's creating expensive pee. With these detox supplements that people are selling these days, our own liver, as I talked about earlier, and our kidneys, they help our bodies detoxify naturally. So we don't need to go to any extreme measures to do a detox, right? To detoxify, we don't need to go to extreme measures. However, you can help your body get back on track by focusing on whole foods. And that's what we're focusing on here. So you don't need the pills. and I mentioned you don't need the juice. They are just loaded with sugar. And here's the thing about sugar, as we talked about, it's nutrient poor, it's high in sugar, it's salty, carbohydrate, usually filled foods that come with it, and it's addicting. It alters our pleasure, reward, and emotional pathways in the brain. Sugar and flour and wheat can actually bind to opiate receptors in the brain, which is kind of crazy. And then chronic stress and sleep, they just reinforce it and make it worse. So we don't want to do things that are high in sugar. And a lot of the stuff that I was looking at that is kind of being sold as a detox, it ends up being really high in sugar. So that kind of defeats the purpose. Now, I had another video for you. I'm like loaded with these videos today, but I'm going to skip it. You can click the link to see the video. That is in the guide, and the guide has the clickable link, okay? And it's talking about the obesity epidemic and people's consumption of fructose, which is a sugar, over the last 30 years. And he actually points out that it can be toxic in large quantities because it's metabolized in the liver. So we're going back to the liver in the same way as alcohol, which drives fat storage and makes the brain think that it's hungry. So this is a really cool video. And I wish I didn't talk so much. Why do I talk so much? But you can click this link and I'll post them in the group as well, so that you can watch this video, okay? So really quick, because I'm afraid I'm going to talk so much that you won't get this offer. If you're listening and you're not a BeyondFit Life member, I know most of you on here are already members, because y'all are like on it. You've already downloaded your stuff from the members portal and you're all set. But if you're not, I just wanted to throw this out there. We're so happy that you're here, and we want to give you the tools you need to reach your goals. So you can go to beyondfitlife.com and you can download the Getting Started guide for our 21-day detox. Use the code webinar special and you'll get a crazy awesome deal on joining BeyondFit Life. Okay, so go to beyondfitlife.com. Your coupon code is webinar special, and you'll get a special gift there. Okay, so that tells you how to download the schedule. It tells you what to do when. Everything's detailed for you and your body type, and we give you things to tweak and how to adjust your nutrition and how to track your macros, and you get this guide. And my favorite part, you all want to know my favorite part. It's all of the ladies in BeyondFit Life. I mean, you guys are the best. I love you so much, and our group is just amazing. It's so cool. So anyway, let's round out with this. Let's talk about the travel and the tips for dining out, and then I'll save time for questions, and hopefully we can watch at least part of the video, and if not, I'll just post it in the group, okay? So tips for dining out. Avoid it if you can, okay? So if it's possible, like if you're just feeling lazy and you can cook, but you just feel like, well, I could pick something up at home on the way home, or I could cook, like cook, okay? If you can eat at home during these 21 days, do that. If you can't, if you have to eat out, if you're on like a social function where it's like kind of weird, you know, like I am on a detox, but I'm not going to tell you like we can't go out to eat, then go out to eat, okay? You can ask questions, you can plan ahead. I am known for looking at the menu. My mom will tell you, I always look at the menu before I go places. And kind of now it's just become like a joke, but you can look at the menu of a restaurant and plan ahead. You can kind of figure out and get your game plan together, and you know, determine what you're going to eat that's going to be a healthy choice. This is kind of a weird one, but it actually is very helpful. And this helps me tremendously. And that is order first. So if you can, like you don't need to be like awkward about it, but if the waiter comes to your table and everybody's ordering, order first. Why? Because you can order a salad and the chicken, or, whatever that you plan on ordering. And if you order first, you're going to order and then you move on, and it's great. I find personally, and tell me if I'm alone in this, but maybe you can relate. If I order first, I'm more likely to order like the choice that I've decided and planned ahead on. If I order last and I heard a long line of people ahead of me getting the French fries or the, fried whatever, then I'm like, well, that does sound kind of good. Well, they're getting it. Well, maybe I'll just, so order first, okay? Skip the bread basket if possible. Watch out for marinades and sauces and breading, because a lot of times it's a great piece of chicken, and why do they have to bread it and throw all this sauce in this high sugar marinade? Like, it would be so delicious on its own, or a piece of fish or whatever. So watch out for that. Don't be afraid, speaking of that, don't be afraid to ask for substitutions. So, my mom will tell you, because she's on, when I go to eat out, I'm always like, with this on the side and none of this. And if you could please do this. But you know what? Look, the waiter does not mind. Like, as long as it's within reason, it's okay to ask for substitutions. They're going to tell you no if they can't do it. And if they can do it, usually it's really no extra trouble for them. Bring your own fats or your homemade salad dressings. I do this at Chipotle because I love the Chipotle salad. It's so good. But their Chipotle honey vinaigrette dressing is so high in sugar. It's like insane. Like, the amount of sugar it has is crazy. So I will make my own dressing for that. Okay. And so you can do that. Like, it's whatever. Or, last tip is ask for a plain serving of protein. Almost anywhere you go, any restaurant you go to, you're going to be able to get a grilled chicken breast, or, just a grilled steak, or a piece of baked salmon. So you can always ask for a plain source of protein, and that can kind of be your go-to for these next 21 days when you need to eat out. Now, I told you that Patrick's birthday is on Friday. So of course and he's off work on Friday. So we're going to go to lunch, and we might even go out to breakfast, and hey, of course we're going to go to dinner, right? Like, it's his birthday. So these are things that help me when I'm dining out to stay on track without kind of, being a nutcase. Okay. So I thought I would share that with you, so you aren't a nutcase either. Travel tips. If you're driving, and so these are some ideas I was thinking of as we were coming back from Disney World. If you're driving, prepare a few meals in advance that you don't mind eating cold. Now, we flew, so that was a different story. I couldn't pack a bunch of meals for all of us. But you can make sure that you eat a nutrient-dense meal before you're heading to the airport, which is what we did, and then pack some healthy snacks. That's tip number 3 on your screen. Also, you'll see on your screen, if you can get accommodations with a small kitchen to prepare some of your meals, that's amazing. If not, even just like a little, hotel mini fridge, like what we had at Disney, those work really well for storing leftovers, or, having healthy foods there. So those were my best tips for traveling. If you guys have questions, if you're going to be on the road sometime in the next 21 days and you want some tips or some help, myself and the sisters in the group, I'm sure would be happy to chime in and to give you some ideas. So don't let this detox overwhelm you. Don't let it be a source of stress. Okay. It should not stress you. We'll help you out. We'll help you figure out how to make this work with your life. I did kind of want to tell you what to expect, and then we'll save some time for questions. So let's see what to expect. On days 1 to 7, you'll see that here. You will most likely feel worse. I'm just going to be honest. You're most likely going to feel worse before you feel better. But I promise you will feel better. Your experience the first 7 days, it's going to largely depend on what you were eating before you started this. So if you were eating like crazy, like you had nothing but like pizza and ice cream, right? Then it's likely that your experience for these first few days, it's not going to be a pleasant one, okay? The most common thing that people experience is strong sugar cravings. Taking some BCAAs is actually really going to help with that. Your body and your brain are just flat out desperate. They're desperate and they're trying to adapt to this new way of eating. So don't freak out, don't worry. Common symptoms are headaches, feeling like you have the flu, fatigue, constipation. Just keep drinking the water. Remember, we do half our body weight in ounces each day. And just know that for most people, the days that are usually days like 2 to 5, they're the hardest. If you have constipation, that's normal at the beginning, but please let me know if it persists, and I have some protocols that can help you with this. You might want to prepare your family and friends and coworkers and, just kind of let them know what you're doing. By day 6 or 7, you might feel really tired, like you just want to sleep all day. It's okay. That's normal. Understand that your body, what's happening is that your body can no longer rely on the cereal and bread and crackers and the processed carbohydrates for energy. So it's changing over to fat burning, which is awesome, as an energy source. And that just takes more time. And so it's more work than using the readily available glucose that it was getting. And then once you get over this hump, you're going to have more energy than you know what to do with. So it's actually good. Just stick with me for this first week. And you'll notice probably in this first week that you see a change in your body because you won't be as bloated from all the food you're eating. So that's a great question about the BCAAs and protein powder. If they're sweetened with stevia, absolutely. I'm still using some BCAAs and protein that have some artificial sweeteners. I know my body well enough to know that it does not react poorly to them. I've done a couple of elimination diets before where I've taken them out completely and then I add them back in and I don't have any symptoms. So I know for me, they're okay. If you aren't sure, you can leave them out and then see how your body responds when you add them back in. Hopefully your body will be like, great, no problems, and then you can continue. So I personally am still using them. If you know you don't really have any issues with them, you can absolutely keep using that. Or using the stevia, of course, is a great option as well. Day 8 through 14, this is when you're really going to have more energy and you'll notice that you're going to start sleeping better at night. So a lot of the foods that you're no longer eating that were wreaking havoc on your digestive system, your body's going to now at this point start to heal. Okay. Now it's not going to heal overnight, but it will heal if you give it time. You may at this point, so starting in on week 2, you may notice some GI distress, things like gas or bloating, diarrhea, constipation. And that can take some time to heal, but it's worth it. You're probably going to be eating more vegetables and fruit than you used to, focusing on protein and on those fibrous veggies. So that can cause some digestive issues as well. Tips for that would be things like cooking all of your veggies versus eating them raw, having smaller servings throughout the day versus eating 1 or 2 big servings. If you like to eat a lot of nuts for your healthy fats, that could contribute a little bit to digestive upset. So you could switch your healthy fats to things like avocado or coconut oil or olive oil, and that should help as well. This 8 to 14 day period is when you're really going to probably get into like your food rut. So that's when I'm really going to encourage everybody to share recipes, share what you're loving, check in with the Facebook group, kind of share what you're starting to crave and any emotions that you're feeling through this. This is kind of the time that they're going to pop up as you're like midway through. Opportunity too, while we're talking about the emotions, it's a good opportunity just to look at how they play into your health and how you eat. Are you an emotional eater? Do you turn to food for comfort? we're not specifically dealing with those issues during this course, but it's something that may come up. So of course, we'd love for you to post about those in the Facebook group and share your tips and things that are working for you or any struggles you have, and we can encourage you through that. Days 15 to 21, the end is going to be so exciting. We're going to be celebrating. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more mental focus. You're going to be sleeping better. The symptoms that you had, like when you started, so the stuff you're experiencing right now, if you're just starting out, those symptoms are probably going to be gone by this point at the end. Your taste buds are going to start to adapt, and you're going to love the flavors of the foods you're eating. Change it up, get creative, try new recipe from the members portal, change it up, share with the sisters in the Facebook group. But this is the time that you're probably going to really be feeling good. Over the course of these 21 days together, I guarantee our taste buds are going to change, and you're not going to need that sugar, those preservatives, those additives that are found in processed foods. Like by the end, you won't even miss them. So I'm so excited to do this. I know it's a lot of information. I did save some time for questions. So if you have any questions, please post those in the chat. Again, this is the code for anybody who's watching that isn't a member. I see most of you on are already members, so y'all are all set. I did want to show you too. Let me see if I can. I'm not the greatest at tech stuff, but I promise I'll watch for your questions. Let me show you where to get the detox, because in the Facebook group I noticed that there were some questions about where to get it. So this is my messy desktop. I'm going to share it with you. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy, isn't it? Okay, so this is, let me bring this up. This is the members. Can you guys see that okay? This is the members portal. And so here's the home of the members portal here. And where you're going to get the detox is here. So this is our new month stuff. So this is like the intro, okay? And this is the Facebook group and where to post your questions. Then we talk about hormones here, and then some starting stuff. And then this is where you get the stuff for this month, okay? So you're gonna click here, and then here's the detox, and you'll find the detox manual, the detox calendar, and the workouts. So like you'll click this, it'll download, and then bam, you can print that. And this is our calendar, so this tells you what to do when. And then you'll do the same like for the detox, okay? And if you have any questions, let me know. And you can post in the Facebook group as well, but I just wanted to mention that. And then let's see. Let me just show you this because I promised the video.
after bringing down your blood sugar, insulin does its other job. So it tells your body to store fat. When you have a healthy metabolism, it only takes a little bit of insulin to bring your blood sugar, and then everything goes back to normal. Over time, that can change.
Cells can become resistant to the effects of insulin. When that happens, insulin's talking, but the cells just start listening. And if they don't get the message from insulin, they don't do what they're supposed to do.
Hello? Stop hitting me. I'm not hitting you. Stop hitting me.
This part makes me laugh every time. Oh. Okay, so could you guys see that? I'll post the link. Oh my gosh, now I gotta find all my stuff. I'll post the link for you in the Facebook group. But did you think that was good? I hope that that was kind of helpful. It's just, it shows you, oh, you couldn't hear it? Oh no. Okay. Oh, we watched the whole video without sound. I hope some of you had sound. Anyway, I'll post the link in the Facebook group so that you can watch the full video with sound if your sound was not coming through. And the slides, yes, the slides are posted in the members group as well. So you can download those straight from the members group. Okay, well, that's it. It's 8 o'clock. If there are no other questions, then we will plan to chat in the members group. If you haven't joined yet, make sure you go to beyondfitlife.com, use the code webinar special, and we'll look forward to having you in the group. Oh yeah, thanks, Elizabeth. I'm glad you got the sound. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to go put my boys to bed, but I love you guys. I'm so excited about our detox together, 21 days. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. Okay, I love you, Sylvia. Thank you for being on. I'll talk to you later. Bye.